Hello, everyone, and welcome to what I hope is going to be a pretty interesting but short video. We won't go into a lot of detail about all of this because it's really just more about showing off some of the sweet custom art or alt art that came out of Con of Heroes 2025. The TLDR here is that when we walked into the convention, we got like our playmat, which is what this is, this right here, and then the stack of custom cards for the custom content, the campaign, and everything that I talked about last week. And then I didn't catch on to this immediately, but somebody pointed out that go walk over and go talk to Boomguy. He will hand you this opaque resealable pack thing. And inside there were, I believe, 5 custom or 5 alt art cards that you could just, schoolyard trade with people. And I did not end up with Odin's son, Thor, but I went and I just traded with people. It kind of was a nice icebreaker of like, what heroes did you pull? And I think in one point I saw somebody who was playing a hero that I had, and I said, hey, I think it was SPDR. I said, I don't necessarily love SPDR, but I see you're playing with SPDR right now. SPDR. Spider Dance Revolution. But do you want to trade? Because I'd like to do that for you. Right off the bat, let's just talk about and take a look at the Thor that I have already had in a video. I believe YouTube time is weird. I've made several recordings with this card. I just don't know if they're going to be out by the time this video comes out. But yeah, we've got this one. Was obviously it's got the Winning Hand logo on it. So this was one of the Winning Hand promos that Boomguy worked with. It's not gonna focus. Band of Sirens, who ironically is a Minnesota local, and I had played with them before, and I think I had heard their name thrown out there before when Boomguy was talking about making these. But even when I sat down and played with him at a store a month or two ago, did not put together that he was that same person. But yes, we've got Odin's son on one side. We've got Thor on the other side. I think this is gorgeous art. It's what I like about this particularly, and I think this is true for everything, but like what I like about this one particularly is one of my big grievances with Thor is just that I don't feel like the back side of the card and the front side of the alter ego and the hero side, I just don't feel that those two arts are connected. And while this is not the same artist, I'm almost certain this is not the same artist. Okay, this is Olivier Coipel. This is not Olivier Coipel. Yeah, I was even going to say like this might be Acuna art, but it's not. Either way, they're not the same artist, but they feel more connected. And frankly, I am a big fan of Olivier Coipel, so I will always highlight anytime that is read. He's a very good Thor artist. But yeah, that is just this card. Obviously, it's very straightforward. It's the exact same card with just different art. And I love the breakup. I love the hand size and HP up here. Same on the other side. Like this is just, cool. But let's get into some of the other ones that I haven't really talked about before, haven't shown off. And actually, let's just jump into this real quick because these actually aren't even, these aren't alt art in the same way. These are actually organized play ones. I did not realize that when I was trading for them. I don't remember precisely where I got these from. I know one person saw me playing Domino and said, hey, would you like this Domino promo? This one, I think I should have realized immediately was an organized play one because it's the same art and it's not custom. I should have realized it immediately, and that just did not even dawn upon me that this was a organized play version. But still cool. This one is an organized play one, but because it's not the same art, I wasn't until I was home and realized that like the Deadpool logo up there does not have either of the people that we'll be talking about today. But yes, I did get this cool piece of swag, a Deadpool promo. I like Deadpool. He's one of my favorite leadership heroes, and it was just nice to get this. And, unfortunately, I am just like a bad con goer. I have no frame of reference for who gave me any of these cards. I just know that they're awesome, and I'm very thankful to have them. This I don't actually know if it came out of a booster, but this was designed by Corbin TM, I believe. Corbin on the Discord. I think these were also in the packs. In fact, this might have been one of the cards that I pulled. I just don't remember. But once again, very cool. I love the Jeff the Shark. Just in general, I will definitely be highlighting this. I want to get a Iceman game in probably in the next month, and this will definitely be something I'll use. Love the art on both sides. I think Iceman looks stellar here. And yeah, just in the same kind of template as what Boomguy and Band of Sirens came up with. Corbin, I think, probably used the exact same template. It looks very, very similar. Obviously, the text boxes might have been moved around a little bit more to just kind of prioritize the art. But either way, I think it looks awesome, and you know, I just want to show it off. Then we've got really cool here. We've got Janet Van Dyne, or sorry, not Janet Van Dyne, Nadia Van Dyne, aka Wasp. And at first, when I got the Spider promo, I was like, oh, I got 2 copies of Spider. That's interesting, because like the hero form was what was face up, and I began to realize that the reason why there's 2 is because they can't do the giant. They weren't going to be able to do the giant card, and so the opposite sides are the giant and the tiny, and that was a lot more apparent once I'm pretty sure I traded Spider for Wasp because it was like 2 cards for 2 cards. But again, like, I love the art on this side. It's so cool. I just awesome. And then when you get over to this side, I believe this is the inside of a computer, and obviously she's just towering over some buildings. This art is just great. This was also done by Band of Sirens. Let me see here, the artist. Yeah, so the artist is shared between these 2, but honestly, it's not the same here, but it all feels the same. And that's really, like, again, for me, just as like as a player, I like it when the art, as somebody who cares about the art, I like it when the art of the 2 sides feels connected. You can feel like it's the same character, and this is just so cool. Captures everything I like about the character, and yeah, just stellar. And it's nice to just kind of have this. And I don't know when I'm going to be playing with Wasp. This will probably speed that up, because I do enjoy Wasp. She's not always on the top of my list of characters to play with, but this is bringing her up. Then we've got Rocket Raccoon. Again, these are all done by Band of Siren, correct? Yes, Band of Sirens. So yes, the Rocket Raccoon. This is the heroes, that's the alter ego side, and the hero side has the Scotty Young art. Who is this art again? These are both Scotty Young. Okay, they're just from kind of different eras or different styles. So again, love that. This is some great, like, I've seen this art before. That's some great Rocket Raccoon art, and yeah, just love it. I'm not a big, as I've said before on the channel, I'm not a huge fan of the Guardians Wave characters, but Rocket, of the Guardians, maybe, so I think Star-Lord was probably in a lot of demand at the convention. And Rocket, I think, was 2, but Rocket, if I can't have Star-Lord, I'm going to want Rocket. And I suppose I like Gamora. Did I even see Gamora? I don't know if I saw Gamora. Either way, still awesome. Love this card. Love the art, and it's just great. And then we got one more custom art, and then we have another like specialty thing here. So we have Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. And I like this kind of nod back to his first appearance, where you can kind of see you've got the leg of the Hulk, because the Hulk is just kind of over him in his first art. In his first appearance, the art was like, obviously, Bruce Banner with like this looming Hulk. I don't remember if you could tell if it was just a silhouette, but either way, this is a nice nod back to his first appearance. And then the other side is a just very gruesome Hulk. And very simple hero. What I like about this one the most is this, I feel like, really just the contrast really calls out the hand size and the health really well, to kind of say like, I have 18 health. But yeah, love this, so cool. And yeah, just can't speak more highly of it. And then lastly, kind of a different thing here is we have this is custom content by JG. And I did not meet them. These were just sort of like sitting out on a table, and Kennedy Hawk said to take one, and so I took one. So this is an alternate version of the Hulk. This is actual custom content. So he has 5 recovery. I'm pretty sure, is that his 4 recovery? Okay, so he has more recovery. He has a larger hand size and same hit points. just better in general. What I liked about this was that he can have any number of strength resource cards in your deck, so you can just stack your deck up with strength resources. And then the experimental research ability of draw 1 card, choose and discard a card from your hand, which was the same as what he always had. So the boost here is just a little bit more recovery and the ability to just stack on strength resources. That seems like a design thing that they might make today that just would not have been apparent to them in, when they were making the game in 2018, 2019, whenever Hulk was designed. That might have just been completely off their radar as design space. But then we've got the other side, which is a World War Hulk looking Hulk. The Planet Breaker or whatever his title was. But he is 0 thwart, 3 attack, 3 defense. How does that scale up? Okay, it's the same. And then 4 hand size, 18 hit points. He has steady, which again feels like something that if any hero was just going to come with steady, I feel like the Hulk is probably a good candidate. And then always angry. Action: discard a card in your hand. For each printed physical resource on that card, draw 1 card, and you get +1 attack until the end of the round. Limit once per round. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty simple and non-invasive change to the Hulk, being that you can have as many strength as you want. This is basically a discard, and you're probably going to draw 2 cards and get +2 damage, so you have 5 damage. I think this is a really cool, elegant design, and I just love it. But yeah, that is it. There's no big. I say that's it. That's not it. Because I said big, and that big is the name of the game here. Okay, so that is it for the custom content or the alt art, except for this dude. This is, for size comparison, these were created by Sandy, who ironically again is a local community member. He made these just massive massive cards that are probably the size of like the trifold cards. And again, I'm pretty sure that's Oliver Coipel art. In fact, that I don't think is Oliver Coipel. But either way, my friend saw this. He grabbed it for me. It's just an alt art version of Thor. I think in a more simple scenario, I will probably play with this every once in a while. And currently, with what I'm doing, I don't think I have the space on the board for a giant card like this. But this spells out very clearly who is your alter ego. Oh, your hero is Thor. Like, it's very clear who he is. So this is really cool. Now I can officially say that is it for the video. There's no major hypothesis. There's no thing we're trying to get to here. There's no big topic. Just wanted to show all the stuff off because 2025 was the year that the alt art community just came out in droves, and I'd like to think got the attention that they deserve. And this is just extending that. So all the more reason, if you can make it next year, I bet there will probably be more of these in some form or fashion. That's it. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.